What's wrong with extinction? This is a very important question. What is wrong with extinction? I watched a video from Lawrence Enton a couple of months back. He was interviewing people in the street, asking them what's wrong with extinction. Why can't extinction be the solution? Have we not tried other solutions? Have they worked? What if the human race is just so messed up that there is nothing that we'll be able to do to make things better in this world? No matter how hard we try, even if we try to fix things, even if we all collectively try to fix things, we still wouldn't be able to fix things. There will still be people that are suffering unnecessarily. What if there's just something wrong with us and it isn't something that we can fix? The problem is that people are so biased towards survival that they feel like if we stopped existing, we would have failed. Like survival is good no matter what. We should just try to make this world a better place. We should just try to change things for the better. What they don't understand is that humanity has been telling itself that since the beginning. There's always been people that were trying to make things better. And when you look around you see that people actually are trying to make things better. It's not like people are not trying to make things better, but they can't. We can't solve the problems that are going on. This is the only way this world can be. It's how things have been set up. If we try to fix a problem, it's going to find a new way to come back. You see, you think that we've solved the problem of slavery. We haven't. There's still slavery going on now. We have not solved the problem of slavery. Someone commented on one of my videos, and I decided, that's actually the reason why I decided to make this video. And they were saying that if people like me stop procreating, then we're going to allow evil people to procreate and just become dominant. Our job is to fight for justice. We must make things better in this world. And we have made things better. In South Africa, we had apartheid. Now we have what we call democracy. And that's what that person was saying. I'm just paraphrasing. What this person does not realize is that apartheid has taken a new form. There are things that will continue to. Let me show you something. There are people who are against polygamy, for an example. But polygamy still exists. Men are just gonna cheat. Like, you can't change the way that we are as humans. Even if we try to make polygamy illegal, still men will just cheat. Because human beings are naturally polygamous. That's how we are. Human beings want to exploit one another. That's how we are. So you can try to get rid of slavery, but there will still be slaves. There will still be people that are going to submit and allow other people to control them. There are still people that have to work shitty jobs just to survive, not because that's what they want. There are many people that are working jobs that they really do not want at all. But they have to work because they got to survive. And they don't have a choice. Slaves didn't have a choice. They had to wake up in the morning and work. They were being forced. But even now, people are being forced to work by their situation. They know they gotta pay their bills. They're working the way that slaves used to work. In fact, I think life is much harder for modern slavery than it was for slaves back then. You know, life is harder for modern slaves. You know, life is much harder for modern slaves because they have to wake up like really early in the morning and go to work, and they don't even get enough. Like, they don't get paid enough. You can never get paid enough for waking up very early in the morning and going to work for someone. Like, how much time do we dedicate to like working for other people? How much time do we dedicate to that? Did you come into this world to work for other people? Is that what life is to you? Waking up and working a job that you don't like at all, living a life that's totally meaningless, a life that you cannot even justify at all. That's how many people are living their lives. They are slaves. So slavery has not changed. It just took a different form. Like slavery just changed. Like, took a different form. It's not. It still exists. Racism still exists. Apartheid still exists in South Africa. There are still many Boers that have a lot of money, that own a lot of things. And black people still own nothing. Black people still live in the most fucked up parts of South Africa, while the Boers still live in the good parts of this country. Black Americans are still killing each other because they're not getting good. I'm not trying to make excuses for them, but really they grew up in places where, you know, killing another person is natural and is normal, and they had to kill each other to survive. They had to sell drugs to survive. So what do we expect? There are some things that will never ever change. There will still be suffering in this world. There will still be injustice in this world. What we can do is make people aware of what is going on and tell them how wrong it is to put people in this kind of environment. That's what we can do. That's all that we can do. That's really what's gonna bring change. You're not gonna bring change by causing the problem. You see, when you keep on reproducing, you are literally causing the problems that you want to fight against. It seems like life is just about solving these problems. Now it's part of the game now. It's like you're playing a game. Like, oh, let me be vegan, you know, and I'm going to try to save the animals while you are reproducing. And then you die, and then, you know, more vegans will be born and they'll be like, yeah, let's fight for animal rights. Like, I'm not saying that is wrong, but what I'm trying to show you is that it doesn't really change anything. You see, there's just gonna be people that are gonna be like, oh, those are vegans. They're fighting for this and that. Oh, these people are fighting for women's rights. These people are fighting for equality, but there will never be equality. Njani? Forgot. Hey, what? Njani? There are things that will never change in this world, man. That's something that we must get. It seems to me that people are just trying to play this game, you know. I'm doing something. I'm fighting for change. I'm fighting for things to be better. And that's life. It's like that's what life is about. You know, life is about you coming here and trying to solve these problems. That's the game. That's the point of it. Like, no, it's fucking stupid. You should just realize that the whole thing is stupid and it's not working, and just stop bringing more people here. That is the only solution. If we suck, we suck. Let's stop lying to ourselves. Njani? We need to stop lying to ourselves. If humanity sucks, humanity sucks. This is not working. It may seem like it's working, but it's not. People are angry, man. People are sad. People are not feeling okay inside. You know, they're just pretending. This is not working. People are just pretending. Just because we are complying and we are doing what we are being forced to do does not mean that this is working. It's like if you were in a relationship where you were being abused and being forced to do things that you don't want to do. It wouldn't mean that the relationship is working. You know, for a relationship to work, people must actually be happy in that relationship. If they're not happy, then the relationship is not working. It's just abuse. We are being abused here, man. We wake up in the morning with heavy hearts. We go to sleep with heavy hearts. That's abuse. That's not okay. We're supposed to be having fun and enjoying this fucking experience. You know, that's what makes sense. Isn't that why we are bringing people here? But that's not what's happening. People are suffering and we pretend as if they chose to be here. I hate that we treat people as if they chose this. Do you understand how wrong it is to bring someone into a world like this without their consent? I don't think people really understand how important consent is. You cannot do something to someone without their consent. And this is the worst violation of consent ever. Like bringing children into this world is literally the worst violation of consent ever, because they have to do this for many years because you brought them here. It's not like rape. With rape, it's only going to happen just for maybe a couple of minutes and that's it. But once a person is born, they literally have to deal with this bullshit. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Because this is not easy to understand. This is not easy to understand. You really need to go deeper, you know? Like, you need to truly open your heart. Because this is truth. Just because this is the only way that our species can continue doesn't mean that we must reproduce. If it's wrong, it's wrong. If something isn't right, we mustn't continue doing it just because we think it's important that we continue to do it. You know, the reason why some people who are psychos continue to do what they do is because they feel like what they're doing is important. Can you imagine if I felt like it is important? Let's just say, yeah, I felt like it's important that I have children, and with certain type of women, even if they don't want me. Like, it's important that I have a baby with a woman that looks like Rihanna. If I don't have a baby with a woman that looks like Rihanna, I will be doing something wrong. It is my moral obligation to have a baby with someone like Rihanna. It will get to a point where I'm raping women that look like Rihanna in order to have children. That will be wrong. People believe that they must reproduce. You see? They don't look at what actually happens when they reproduce. They just feel like it's their moral obligation to reproduce. Some are just straight up selfish, you know? I just want to spread my seed. The fuck? We need to open our eyes. We're conscious, man. We are aware of what is going on. We have what other people call free will, even though it isn't really free will. But I know that people that think free will exists. but it isn't really free will. But we have that. We have the illusion of free will. We are able to think. We're not NPCs. We don't have to go by the book. We don't have to behave like programs. So if something isn't right, we must be able to see that, nah, this is not right. We mustn't be lying to ourselves. We're conscious for a reason. Some people feel like it is wrong to go against something that is natural. No, what is wrong is to be conscious enough to see that what is natural isn't right and not do anything about it. There are a lot of things that are natural that people are not even allowed to do. Do you know that? A lot of things that people be complaining about are actually natural. Even murder. Murder is natural. It's not like nature gives a fuck if humans kill each other. Nature does not give a fuck. It's something that is 100% natural. But as humans, we're like, nah, man, it's not right. We can't take somebody out without their consent, you know? That is wrong on so many levels. And it is. It is wrong on so many levels. You don't do something to someone without their consent, even if you think it's the right thing to do. Consent is that important. So that's something that's very important to realize. But people like to lie to themselves so that they'll justify doing things that are evil. They like to lie to themselves so that they'll justify doing things that are evil. Sometimes I don't feel sorry for people when bad things happen to them. But we evil. It's not like we're good. We like to pretend as if we're good, but is there a human that's not evil in this world? It will be better if they were fighting for what is true. You see, anything that isn't true is evil. If you think about it. Because people can just tell themselves anything to justify doing whatever they want to do. Forcing people to do what they do not want to do is evil, and that is the truth. And the worst thing about having children is that we're bringing them into a world where they cannot even be allowed to exit peacefully. I do understand that there's some countries like Canada where they have their maid program. But still, it's not like it's that easy. You know, it's not. I don't think it's that easy, but I do think that extending it to people with mental illnesses, even though mental illnesses don't even exist, it's just that people have been lied to so much. I know that there are people who are not feeling okay, and when you tell them that mental illnesses don't exist, they feel like you're kind of undermining them. You're undermining their situation. How can you say mental illnesses don't exist if I'm depressed 24/7? Why am I always depressed if mental illnesses don't exist? You're always depressed because this world is evil. That is the truth. We live in an evil world. You're supposed to be feeling like that. In fact, you are sane. You see, it's the people that don't see what the fuck is going on that are insane. You're supposed to see what is going on because that's what's going on. And you're supposed to feel the way that you feel about it. You're not supposed to be happy with what's happening in the world at all. You're not supposed to be happy. In fact, it's crazy that people are even pretending to be okay with this. No one should be okay with what's going on at all. We must understand how important it is that we fight for what is true. And like I've been telling you antinatalism is the final truth. Let's stop bringing honest, innocent people here and corrupt them. Because we corrupt people. This world corrupts people. Everyone is born innocent, and they come into a world where they have to eat animals to survive, where they have to rob people to survive, where they have to be controlling other people, enslaving other people. Slavery still exists. You know, people treat their bosses like slave masters. Their bosses are slave masters. We can't pretend as if it is okay that we are bringing people into this world. We can't. Especially if we are against the injustices that are going on in this world. The biggest injustice is people being brought into this world without their consent. The real problem is consent here. The real problem is consent. There are things that people do that are not easy to do, but that they've consented to, so they're good. If I choose to do something that is hard, but it's something that I want to do, that's good. Even if I suffer, that's good. But if I'm suffering and I didn't even choose to do what's making me suffer, that's fucked up. That's abuse. That's not justifiable unless I say that I'm okay with it. But if I say I'm not okay with it, then that is wrong. You see the problem? Humans are just flawed, man. We need to go extinct. In fact, all earthlings should go extinct. I mean, it's not like this has a point. There's no point to this. It's not like we're doing something that is important. It's not like animals are doing something that is important. They're just killing each other, eating each other, and that's it. You can see that that's wrong. And it's easy to see that that is wrong. These animals just torturing each other for nothing. For nothing. Maybe death is not the end. Maybe there are better dimensions that we can find ourselves in. But trust me, this isn't the one. This isn't a good dimension. Something is not right. And we all can see that something is not right. I don't think there's a religion that has convinced people that this world is good. The problem with religions, with many religions, is that they teach people that, okay, this world is bad, and then they give them a bullshit reason why this world is bad. And they give them bullshit solutions that will never help anyone. Oh, just pray. Oh, just follow Jesus. Just meditate. Let me tell you something. Someone commented on one of my videos talking about meditation, like, oh, that's where you find peace, blah blah blah, that's where you find happiness. Like, no, people don't meditate to find happiness. People meditate to escape this fucking matrix, and they don't feel happy. They just find peace, I guess, because they don't allow the bullshit of this world to infiltrate their minds. So they just be at peace, but they don't feel happy. You weren't created to be happy. You were created to be a slave. That is the truth. So people meditate because they trying to escape this world. You know, they're like, should I just end things? But nah, you know, if I end things, I'm gonna hurt a lot of people. So it will be much better for me to just, you know, try to detach myself from this world by meditating. That's what's gonna help me. And then they meditate. We wouldn't need to meditate if this world was good. Do you understand? I don't think people understand that we wouldn't need to meditate if this world was good. The only reason why people be meditating is because this world is evil and they're trying to escape this world. Would you have time to meditate if you're really having fun? Why would you need to meditate? Why would you need to escape this world? Why would you seek better dimensions? The world is evil, man. People, don't let your spiritual teachers lie to you. We're trying to escape suffering. I don't advise people to exit this world, even though life is not easy in this world. I don't advise people to exit this world. I just advise them to just stop making more humans. There are many crocodiles here. They eat fish. Because they gotta survive. So fishes always have to be running away from, they will always have to be swimming away from crocodiles. Something isn't right with how this world is being set up. Let's stop pretending as if this makes sense. It doesn't. If we are able to see that this is hell, that's a good thing. But we must not tell ourselves bullshit stories to justify being here or to justify bringing more people here. Bringing more people here cannot be justified. You gotta understand that. It's very important that you understand that. The problem is that we are in a cult. So they brainwash us and lie to us in so many different ways. Turn us into robots that just do what they're told. And that's life. That's part of being a human. It's part of being a human. So yeah, man, no matter how hard we try, we'll never be able to protect people from unnecessary suffering. No matter how hard we try. And this is not worth it. Don't ever feel like this is worth it. I know that it feels like it is worth it. That's why when a person asks people what's wrong with extinction, they feel like something, they feel like that something's wrong with that person. Like, how can you even ask that question? You are hardwired for survival. You are a slave to your own DNA. Understand that? You're not free. Like Agent Smith in the Matrix said, we're not here because we're free. We are here because we are not free. We are in this matrix because we are not free. And that is the truth. And we know that we're not free. We know that we are always in fear. Always afraid of what can happen. Like we don't know what's going on with people that we love. You can get a call that someone that you love died. You can get a call that your car got stolen. Like any fucked up thing can happen here. We're not free. We're anxious. That's suffering, and it's not necessary. I'm looking back because I don't feel safe. We're not safe in this world. People get mad for nothing. Man, how the fuck am I going to pass? People are retarded sometimes, man. Like, how can they should remove this shit? I passed here like 2 days ago and I was able to pass. Fuck. If I was getting chased, I don't know what would happen. People need to wake up and see this reality as it really is. We've been lying to ourselves for too long as a society. And the problem is that the more we lie to ourselves, the harder life becomes. That's why I've been saying to you that it's only the truth that can save us. We cannot save ourselves by lying to ourselves. It's not gonna happen. Today I really don't feel safe. I don't know why. I really don't feel safe today. Like, I'm a bit paranoid. Have you ever just not felt safe? Like you feel like something bad is gonna happen, but I think it's the weather. But I really don't feel safe today. I'm not used to not feeling safe. I'm always looking behind me because Something just feels weird, man. I remember this other day, I think it was Thursday last week. I was not feeling safe at all. I was not feeling safe in my room. I was really not feeling safe. And I had a dream. I had a dream I was waking up. And when I woke up, I saw this person. I couldn't see their face because it was dark. But I saw this person standing right next to my bed, and they were about to do something to me. So I woke up and tried to fight them. And then I woke up, I was like, but that was real. Like, have you ever had a dream that was just real? Like, it was real. You see, it's like, you see right now I'm recording a video, and then someone tries to attack me, and then I wake up. That's how it was like. It was real. Like, really real. I was like, something isn't right. What if that actually did happen? What if we live in multiple universes and you are able to shift to another universe when bad shit happens? When you get killed in one universe, you shift to another universe. Because it was real, guys. Like, I've had many dreams that felt real, but that dream was just real. It was like that really did happen. I woke up and saw that guy standing next to my bed and tried to fight him. And then I woke up like, nah, that really did happen. And here's what's crazy. I had a dream similar to that like 20 days ago. I was just sitting on top of my bed, and someone I know entered my room. They opened the door, could see the door being opened, and I was surprised, like, why don't they knock? But I was like, what's going on? And then I saw that person that I know, so I didn't feel scared anymore. I was like, that person was holding a needle. They took my hand and injected me with something, and then I fucking woke up. She's like, that was real. That wasn't a fucking dream. That was real. Here's the thing. Everything was where it was when I woke up. You know, everything was where it was when I woke. You know, when you're having a dream, your phone won't be where you put it, right? Like, things will just not be in place. But everything was where it was when I was having the dream. Like, when I woke up, I saw my phone exactly where it was when I was dreaming. I saw everything exactly where it was. You know, I was like, nah, man, that wasn't a dream. Like, it felt real. I've had dreams that felt real, but not like that. It felt like someone really did enter my room and really injected me with some substance that I don't know. It's crazy that we still don't understand what's going on in this world. We're part of this world, but we don't know what is happening. We don't know what anything even means. We're just here trying to understand this world, you know, and we're suffering a lot trying to understand this world. But something isn't right, and that is something that is obvious. I don't think this world is what we think it is. Sometimes people will tell you that the world is as it seems, you know, like whatever we're experiencing is exactly what we think we're experiencing. But we still don't know anything. And I think it's important for people to not be arrogant when it comes to this. You still don't know anything. You understand it? Like you are conscious, but you still don't know anything. You don't know whether the earth is round or flat. You don't know what the moon is. You don't know what the sun is. You don't know what stars are. You don't know why this reality, how this reality became possible. You're just in it and you're like, what's going on? Like nothing really makes sense in this world. But what we know is that we're suffering. And that's why extinction makes sense. Voluntary extinction makes sense. We're conscious enough to know that this is completely not necessary. This is completely not justified. And people are weird, man. How can you not feel bad when you bring an innocent being into a world like this? That makes no sense, man. What are these kids doing? Oh. These things that we used to eat when we were a kid, we call these things majengi. So when we were kids, we used to eat these things. So I think they're trying to get them. I should show you the picture of those things. We used to eat, and they were nice, actually. But yeah, guys, it's weird that people are not afraid of bringing an innocent soul into a world like this. It's weird. It doesn't make any sense, like when you really think about it. Hi. What really makes you feel like that is right? You literally bring somebody innocent into a world that's very similar to hell. And you give them this terrible experience that people get to have when they're born here. And you pretend as if they asked to be born. You treat them as if they asked to be born. Some parents, when their children turn 18, they don't want to live with them anymore. Like life is easy. I guess life was easy for life was easy for them. Things weren't that expensive. Now there's too many people. Lots of young people are not employed. They're just suffering. So it's weird to me that parents will be like, yo, when you turn 18, you need to move out. Telling that to a person that didn't even ask to be born into this world. You know, some parents are even mad at their children for not amounting to anything. Oh, look at other people. They are working. They're doing this with their lives. What are you doing with your life? Like, hey, I ain't even asked for this shit. Why do I even gotta do anything? It's not like I chose to be here. You chose for me to be here. You chose for me to have this experience. We're choosing for people to have this horrible experience. This horrible experience that cannot be justified by a person that's rationally minded. If you are a rational minded person, you would not be able to justify this because it really doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't make any sense, man. You know, people are bred to compete. Just compete. Try to do better than other people. And for what? And we pretend as if we care about one another as people. Like we're not breeding people to compete. Hello? Hello? Look there. We are living in an evil world, guys. We are living in a very evil world. I understand that we've been brainwashed so much that we don't even see the seriousness of what's going on in this world. Lots of injustice is going on, but it's like we're numb. We feel like that's normal. Because if we're not brainwashed, can you imagine if aliens came from a planet that was good, where everything made sense, and they came to live here for like a year? What do you think their conclusion about this place will be? They'll be traumatized for life. You understand? They'll probably kill themselves when they go back to their own planet. Like, what I saw is so fucked up that I need to rethink life, because it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make sense how those people live. What the fuck? What the fuck is wrong with those people? What the fuck is wrong with whoever created those people? Because they don't think. They're fucking retarded, and they are causing so much suffering for themselves and other earthlings. They'll be traumatized for life, I'm telling you. They'll be traumatized for life, because this really doesn't make sense. We're just used to this. We're used to our madness, so it feels like it makes sense, but it doesn't. You have to become conscious. That's when you realize this is really not making sense. It really requires the highest level of consciousness to really understand this. You can be intelligent and still don't understand it. So really, you need to be very conscious. I don't even know. I don't think the level of consciousness that's required to really understand this is imaginable. Like I don't even know how to explain to you what level of consciousness is actually required to understand what I'm saying. If you understand what I'm saying, if you agree with what I'm saying, you're very conscious. Because this is not easy to understand. You were born in this world and you saw people doing things that are natural, that are not questioning. For you to actually realize that these things that they're doing are wrong, you need to be operating at a very high level of consciousness. There are some things that people are able to realize are wrong, but realizing that bringing more people here is wrong, it's not easy to realize, because it's like everyone doesn't see anything wrong with that. There ain't that many people that see something wrong with bringing people into this world. And people are being encouraged to bring people into this world. You know, each and every day we're being encouraged to bring people into this world. It gets to a point where if you do not have a child, people think that there's something wrong with you. I was chatting with this other girl. She asked me, I asked her if she has a kid, and she said she has a kid. And she asked me if I have a kid. It's like, oh shit. She's like, no, I don't have a kid. Oh, you don't have a kid? She was so surprised and started asking me questions because it didn't make any sense to her. Why don't you have a kid? Because I'm not selfish. Oh, that's not what I told her. But I was like, I don't know, man. The world just sucks right now. I can't bring anyone here. And she was surprised. Oh, what do your parents think? How about your friends? Do you tell each and every girl that you date that you don't want to have kids because this world is this and that? Or is it just me? No, but she was really surprised. You know, it didn't make any sense to her. And that's because people have been programmed to believe that they must make copies of themselves, and that's what's normal. So if they don't make copies of themselves, they feel like they're not doing something that they were supposed to do. So if they see people who say, nah man, making copies of yourself is actually wrong because of the state of the world, not just because of the state of the world, but also because you can never get consent from these people before you even create them. When people hear people saying stuff like this, they just feel like there's something wrong with them. It really doesn't make any sense to them, but it's the truth. In a world where everyone is blind, seeing is a sin. You know? In a world where everyone lies, telling the truth is a sin. In a world where everyone is crazy, being sane is being crazy. Understand that? People are insane and they don't even see that they're insane. If you watch the movie Idiocracy, you understand what I'm saying to you. If you lived in a world that's different from this world, where they were doing some fucked up things that we are not doing, and you try to explain to them that what they are doing is fucked up, if you live in a world where they were doing fucked up things that we are not doing, let's say you live in a world where they ate dead people and they believe that they must eat dead people, and you try to make them see that, but that's fucked up, they'll think you're crazy. You understand that? We are the way that we are today because of the shit that we believe, because we've been brainwashed. You understand? It's not like we believe the things that we believe because these are the right things to believe, or we're just too intelligent. We're not. We've been brainwashed. So we believe that the way that we live is the right way to live, even though it isn't. We believe that having church is okay. We believe that teaching children about God is okay. Like, nah, you don't know shit about God. Why are you lying to these children instead of allowing them to grow and make their own decisions about life, about religion, about God? You shouldn't be forcing them to believe things that make no sense because you believe these things. And it's what I hate about parents forcing their children to believe in the religions that they believe in, is that they even become angry when their children grow up and start asking questions and start saying, I don't know about this religion. You get angry. Like, these human beings are stupid, man. Human beings are stupid. It's just that we don't have anyone that's more powerful than we are, that's actually showing us how stupid we are. Someone that we trust, like a god or like an alien, would actually realize that, nah, this is not working. We actually need aliens to come here and actually talk to us, because we're mad, like we're crazy. We actually need aliens to come and tell us that, hey, what you guys are doing is fucked up. But the problem is that they would wanna use us, just like how we'll be using each other, because they'll be more powerful than us. So of course they will just wanna use us. It seems to me that in this reality, the strong prey on the weak. If I'm stronger than someone, then I must use them. It seems to be how the world works. So if aliens came here, they'll just turn us into their slaves. They will not see us as their equals. They'll be like, what the fuck is wrong with this earthlings? They just gotta work for us, and that's it. And we will work for them willingly, you know. Would even start worshipping them. Now human beings are fucking stupid, man. I hate that we're this stupid. We'll start worshipping these aliens and even start wars over which alien is better. But like, this alien deserves to be worshipped. The alien that you worship isn't that powerful. This reminds me of this other episode of South Park. So Cartman took some semen somewhere, I think, and mixed it with something, and put that semen inside water. It was like inside a pond or something like that. And then when he woke up, he found that there was a civilization there. It was one. I actually should watch that episode today. It's actually funny. So when he found that there's a civilization there, he was so happy. Like, I created people. I am God. You know how Catman is. He was so happy. He felt like he was God. And then after some time, they created a statue of him, and he was surprised. Like, damn, they think I'm God. Like, hey, he was so happy though. And he called his friends and showed them. They were very surprised. And then some of them created a statue of his friend, of Tweak. And he was mad. Like, why do they create a statue of Tweak? Like, I'm their god. Then those civilizations started fighting and killed each other. The same way that we kill each other over stupid shit. So it's great. That civilization started fighting because of religion, because of arguing over who's God. So that's how human beings are. We fight over stupid things, like what religion people should believe in, what skin color is best. Do you honestly not see something wrong with that? I mean, if you're conscious enough to understand that racism isn't good, there are things that you're not conscious enough to understand. The same way that some people are not conscious enough to understand that racism isn't good. But they are conscious enough to understand that some of the fucked up things that are going on. That's why people need to be intellectually honest. so that they'll be able to see what is really going on. This world isn't working, man, and no matter how hard we try to make it work, it just won't. It's not. The only way we can save ourselves is by not bringing in more people here, because there's no point. It's not like we're doing them a favor by bringing them here. It feels like we're doing them a favor, but we're not. Non-existence is actually better, if you really think about it. If non-existence is possible, it's actually better than this mess. When I was growing up, I used to be afraid of non-existence. But now that is what I genuinely want. What I want is to not be conscious at all after this experience. I can't imagine finding myself conscious in another universe or in another reality. Like, no, man, that would be fucked up, because this life was not easy, I'm 30 and I know I wouldn't want to repeat my life. I know that I wouldn't want to live my life backwards. I might have hope that maybe things will be better in the future for me, not for the world. The world is fucked up, but for me. But things were fucked up for me in the past, and one thing that I've realized is that what keeps people going is hope. Just hoping that things will be better. But if they let's just say there was a way that we'll be able to see our future, so each and every person right now gets shown their future, like what happened in this TV series called Flash Forward. I don't know why they cancelled that TV series. It was actually, like, the idea behind it is very brilliant. Like, everyone had a blackout and they saw their future. Those that were going to die saw nothing. Yeah, everyone blacked out and they saw their future. So if that happened, when we saw our future, we saw everything that was going to happen in the future, many people will exit. That many people will check out, for real, because they'll realize that their lives are going to suck forever. So what's really keeping people going is hope. People will be like, yeah, I might have suffered, but things will get better. Things will start to make sense. But now, if we saw our future, I don't know if many people would want to continue. Many people would just be like, no. So you mean to tell me that I suffer until I die? Really? Is that okay? It's hard being here, man. We're just doing whatever we can, to at least enjoy this experience. Try to distract ourselves from pain and suffering. But it doesn't mean that this life is good. It doesn't mean that this life is worth it. It's not even easy to exit. If it was easy to check out, I think many people would have checked out. If that was easy. If you could just snap your finger like Thanos and just check out. Many people would have checked out, but it's not easy. It's painful. So you can tell that it's a prison of some sort. Why is it not easy to just check out? There's a reason why people fight for the right to go out in peace. Because it's not easy to check out. live in the matrix, man, and we do not really understand what's really going on. And just that alone should show you something. Why is it that we don't understand what is going on? Doesn't make sense that we live in a world that we don't even understand. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? We're conscious and we don't understand what is going on. Doesn't even make sense. So we're really here, we're really having an experience, but we don't understand shit. That should tell you something. I mean, we're supposed to know what this reality is. We're supposed to know what's going on. Right now, we just, I don't know, we're just walking around like zombies, like NPCs, not understanding shit about our reality. And no one is really telling us what's going on. Even if you do kind of figure out what's going on, you still be guessing. You won't be that sure that that's what's really going on. One of the things that's making life hard is that we don't know what the fuck is going on. If we knew what's going on, maybe life would be a bit better. Maybe. Thank you all, guys.